All right, so now let's go all the way over to England, but not the Premier League, not the Championship. We're going to League One. All right, the EFL playoffs are upon us. We're in Wembley, which is actually really cool. These games end up being like history lessons, bro. The first match that I saw was on Saturday. It was Oxford United against Bolton Wanderers. Here is a fun fact about Oxford, bro. So they have a long history in English football. The highest that they've ever gotten is the top division, but that was back in the 80s for like 3 years. During that time, they actually won the League Cup.
The League Cup. Okay,
so the Carabao Cup.
The
Carabao Cup. So that's what it is now and what it was back then. They won that when they were in the first division. That's basically the biggest piece of silver they have to their club's name. In 2006, they got relegated from the 4th to the 5th division. And they were, at that point, the first team to get relegated out of the top 4 divisions that had won a big piece of silverware.
Oh, wow. So in a way, probably one of the most disappointing clubs in English football history.
In a way.
Because that should not happen, my friend.
It shouldn't happen.
Jesus
so
Christ.
A massive decline from 1985 to 2006. Massive.
Yeah.
They climb their way back into the 4th division. Then they get into the 3rd division.
Beautiful.
And they find themselves in a playoff against Bolton Wanderers now.
In 2024.
In 2024.
So like 15 years happened throughout that time. Okay.
And Bolton Wanderers were last in the Premier League in 2012, by the way.
Yeah, with well, not that time, but I remember they had Borghetti, the Mexican Jared Borghetti, play for Bolton. Whenever they were in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know when that was, but mid-2000s.
Exactly. Yeah. So they had a decent run in the mid-2000s, lasting up until 2012, and then now they're in the 3rd division, and I think Bolton have even gone to the 4th, maybe. I might be wrong on that, actually. Maybe take that out. But Oxford Bolton, League One 3rd division playoff final. Winner goes to the Championship Division 2. And the game starts off, honestly, pretty even, but basically I would say from the 30-minute onward, Oxford took over, bro. Maybe they conjured up some 1980s magic because there was a beautiful goal that Portuguese player Ruben Rodriguez picks out from the sky. First touch, immaculate. Second touch, opens up the space for himself. And the 3rd touch, one of the finest through balls I've seen at the lower division level. And he finds Josh Murphy, who, by the way, is the twin brother of Newcastle United's winger Jacob Murphy.
Oh, no way.
And he puts it away. And at that point, I believe it made it 2-0 because Josh Murphy scored the first goal.
Gotcha.
So at this point, Oxford United 2-0, and they just saw out the rest of the game, bro. They could have gotten a third. Murphy almost got a hat trick.
Damn.
It was crazy. They played so well. Brannigan was a bulldozer in midfield. Oxford United definitely looked the better team, and they looked like they were championship material. So congratulations to Oxford United, who are trying to get back to the Premier League since the 1980s, like mid-80s.
So that automatically qualifies them into the championship. That wasn't a playoff game. That was the final.
It was the playoff. It was the playoff game. It was the final of the playoffs.
Final of the playoffs.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay,
so they finished the season in 3rd?
Is
that how it works over there? Or?
Here's what's crazy about this. Oxford United got into a playoff position on the last match day.
Wow.
They then won their semifinals. I forget against who, but then they beat Bolton, who were the 3rd place team.
Yes.
So Bolton low-key choked it.
Wow. So Oxford is through the championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to look at the teams that got relegated from the championship.
I don't know,
honestly. Because I think I remember seeing that there's some pretty notable names there, man.
Let's look at it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
The 3 teams getting relegated are Birmingham City, Jude Bellingham's very own Birmingham City, Huddersfield Town.
They were in the Prem recently.
They had Aaron Moy, the Australian, and then Rotherham United.
Okay, I don't know much
going out in last place. So that's how it ends for them, and Oxford will be taking their place.
And I think it's fully deserved. They look great today.
Congratulations to them. What a massive result.
Congratulations.
And, for Bolton, it's another year to look forward to hopefully flip the result.
Bro, losing the final like that must suck.
It's harsh, bro. England is harsh about that, man.
Harsh about it, bro. You get so close. And Bolton, I think they were 10 points above Oxford in the table, and they ended up losing to them in a one-off game. They were the worst team, though. That's the thing. So it was deserved for Oxford to go through, but my God, man.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Let's go down a division. League 2, 4th Division English football. The final was the day after in Wembley. Crawley Town against Crewe Alexandra. Now, the only history I have here is that I remember Crawley Town because, like, back in 2010, they were in the 5th division, so non-league football, and they made a massive run in the FA Cup, and they played Manchester United. Like Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, and they only lost 1-0.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's
like
amazing.
Actually amazing. That's the only reason why I know Crawley Town. They've never played in the 1st division. Never. I think the highest they ever got to was the 2nd division. But they are now in the playoff of League 2. They've been in League 1 before, actually, so they're trying to get back to it. They have to play Crewe Alexandra. And one thing that I did note in the League 1 playoff was the level of play is actually really good for 3rd division, in that League 1 game. And same thing, I can say the same thing here, bro. League 2 football, not bad for 4th division, man. Seriously. I was very, very impressed, more so with Crawley Town. Crewe Alexandra definitely looked like they're a 4th division side. They ended up losing this final to Crawley Town, but Crawley Town looked to be a very good side, and they looked like League 1 material. They easily won this game. Some really good goals here. Kelly, the English-Irishman, getting some really good assists. Orsi, I believe is his name. He's an English-Italian, getting the goals as well. So Crawley Town looked very, very good. Congratulations to them because they do look like a League 1 side. But, bro, like you look at some of these players and they have such interesting paths to where they've gotten to now. Like, for example, Orsi, the player, he played college here in the United States.
Where at?
Like, that was his path.
Damn.
I don't know exactly where, but he played like 2 there's 2 other players who played with Crawley Town who were playing in League 1 who their path was somehow college soccer and then going back to England. Pretty crazy. Like, that is ultimately the level of play, though. Like, let's not get carried away here. But yeah, I just want to give a congratulations to Crawley Town because they look great today.
So they're through to the
3rd division.
3rd division.
They're through to the 3rd division. What's interesting, though, is I just realized that Crawley Town were the opponents of Wrexham because Wrexham were in League 2 this year.
Right.
And I was actually really impressed with Crawley Town. So Wrexham automatically qualified. So that means Wrexham played decent football.
Oh, yeah. They're on the way to stardom, man.
Right.
They're working their way up.
And now I'm wondering, how quickly can Wrexham get to the 2nd division? And what will it take? Are they going to have to get rid of half of their squad now, get the other half to be very solid League 1 players to get them into the 2nd division? I wonder what it's going to take, or is the team that they have now suited to at least maybe get into that 6th, 5th place spot in the championship? In League 1. I wonder, though. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a big gap between League 1 and championship as far as Wrexham's journey.
I just wonder for them when they're going to slow it down, man, because right now they're qualifying automatically. At some point, they have to face some level of adversity that forces them to stay in the same league for another year. I wonder if it'll happen in this league or if it won't happen until like they're in the championship.
That'd be crazy.
Then they finally get into that routine of maybe finishing in 8th or 9th, and they just got to keep working at it until finally they make the Prem. I wonder when that's truly going to happen and if it's going to be this year.